thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Talk It Up Tuesday, brought to you by Be Well Travel and Lifestyle Magazine. My name is Carmen Ray, and I'm the founder of Be Well Travel and Lifestyle Magazine and also Be Well Network and Events. Who are we? What do we do? Well, listen, guys, we are super committed. I have been an entrepreneur for over 30 years, and we have created the Be Well community because we are super committed to helping women entrepreneurs to be well connected, to be well informed, and to be well inspired. So today, our special guest, I cannot wait for you all to meet her. She's from my hometown, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we go way, way, way back. We know everything about Milwaukee, the good, the bad, and the ugly, honey, but we are still here, and we have maintained a friendship. We have been supporting each other in our business endeavors for years. When I tell you I adore this young woman, I adore her, and she is the truth. And she's getting ready to enlighten us and educate us around the power of home ownership. Beatrice Johnson, welcome to Talk It Up Tuesday, my dear.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be doing this.
Good. Well, we were just excited that you understood the value of what it means to be able to network and connect in a deeper level. And we really appreciate you being a part of one of our Spotlight Entrepreneurs. We're looking forward to you being one of our contributors throughout 2024 in the magazine. Listen, guys, I have had my experiences with home ownership. I have owned a home. I have lost a home. I have owned a home again. But now more than ever, as I am in my 60s, I can assure you that home ownership is one of the best ways of building legacy for our families. If I had it to do all over again, there's no way. And with this economy, I would be shelling out thousands of dollars every month when I could be owning a home. So I am just excited about you all learning what Beatrice is going to have to share with us. So Beatrice, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. I am now with Coldwell Banker, and I have a group that's inside of Coldwell Banker that is called Iron Edge Realty. Love my broker. Really good person. Talks me through a lot of things. It's taught me a lot. And we're right now one of the largest teams and one of the best investment teams for Coldwell Banker. So we focus on investments mainly, and just basically getting out here in the community and letting people know more about buying. I focus a lot on education because that's truly where it starts. So besides investments, I invest in first-time home buyers. Like I said, education is a big must. I also do deal with a lot of selling, not just the investment part, but just coming up with creative solutions to help you through one of the most, I would say, biggest purchases you're going to make, or one of the biggest things that you might ever have to sell or get rid of or do something with in your life.
Wow, I love that. So what drew you to home ownership and being a part of the real estate? What was it about real estate that got your attention?
Well, I always ask, like, how do people become wealthy? And that was always my main thing. Like, I don't want to work forever, right? No one wants to work the American way until you're out 65 or, and now they're trying to up the rate when you can quit and do retirement. So I decided to, while I was working at Menards, just start asking a lot of people, what are you doing? Like, what are you buying this door for? And you see a lot of people own homes, especially younger people that were coming in. And these kids were like 18, 19 years old. And not only have I owned a home before and lost a home because of different situations, that's some of the good and bad that we were, chatting about earlier. I have also been able to see people come in at that age. And I said, I want my children to be able to own homes at that age because really, that's how you build generational wealth. So it made me want to get into the community because I had all these things in my head. Even when I bought my first home, I was not educated the way that I should have been. So I felt like I wanted to do some educating, and I wanted to be able to teach people in a community, not just selling investment properties and starting off with being a middleman, but I wanted to really educate people and put them in homes that they would stay in and that they would be able to pass down.
I love that. Talk to us and educate us a little bit more about what does it mean to be an investor and like the projects that you're currently working on. What does that look like?
So I would say being an investor, and you have to know the area and you have to know the community. You want to make sure that you're investing in something that will be able to be passed down or that you would be able to bring in a residual income with. It's very important that you know those communities because you may be able to have a higher income coming in a different community, and you may have a community or income where it's not so great, right? So
Mhm.
the first thing you need to know is about the different loans that you can get.
Yeah.
There's so many different loans that you can get. A lot of people think you need all this money to start in real estate investing, and you truly don't. You really sometimes you don't need a lot of anything. You have other investors that would invest into you. And not only can you invest in homes, but until I got over with Iron Edge Realty with my broker, because I said like he's so excellent, I didn't know that you can take your own money that you have and invest it into investors and make a huge interest off of that as well. So
Wow.
there's so much that goes into investing. You can be on the side where you're giving funds to invest into people that are doing rehabs and things like that. Or you can be the person that do the rehabs. It's just about knowing how you come up with these funds and having creative solutions in order to get these homes like most people do.
Wow, that is so awesome. So tell us a little bit about how do you go about teaching and educating people in the area of investment or home ownership overall?
So I like to do classes. I have a website that has quite a bit of followers, and I got those followers with just doing a lot of renting. And I just noticed I'm like the rent prices are out of control. I don't
Yeah.
even want to market this.
Right.
I don't want to market, and then they need you to have so much income coming in, things like that. So I post there like I'm going to do a class on education. I get so many calls. So many people believe that they have to have a 700 credit score and they have to have this amount of funds and things like that, but they don't know that there's so many different options out here. So I like to have a class at Coldwell Banker every once in a while. I have one that'll be coming up after I do my buyer's brunch for all the buyers that bought from me last year. I like to keep in contact with them, and a lot of them need to do things later down the line, like do a reinvest or refinance or something like that. So I like to start off with just educating them strict through me. I have a lender come in, they answer all the questions because it's like everyone is there for the lender. No one
Right.
cares about the real estate agent, right? Everybody has a question with lending, and I'm okay with that because that's really where you need to start in order to
Mhm.
be able to get your properties and to be able to start the investing that you need.
I love that. So share with us. I'm sure that you have had a ton of different inspiring stories, but can you pick one of your stories where you helped someone who maybe thought that they couldn't be an investor or a homeowner and tell us about how you were able to get that person secured in an investment or in a home?
So before I knew about like investing myself, I used to find properties for other people. And I remember working one deal that was on McKinley Street, and those are really nice historical big houses. I did not know the negotiating power that I had, right? Until I start getting out there and I'm negotiating. And the sale would have basically been done, and it would have had a person at about what I would have had to work a whole year for, they made with just that one sale. And it's just really about out here being able to network and being able to be a problem solver for people. And that's how I look at this business. I'm a problem solver. You have people that need to get out of a house, you have people that need to get in. And the most recent I had was someone going into a house. They didn't feel like they can get one. They didn't think their credit score was high enough. Their credit score was absolutely high enough. They didn't think they had the right income, but she just got into a 5 bedroom, 2 bath home with a finished basement for $100 cheaper than what her actual rent was. And it just made me ecstatic. I was just so happy. And I'm like, real estate is for me for life. For life.
Oh my goodness, that's right. I know that had to be super fulfilling. Well, we have just been, really excited about bringing you on board to talk all things real estate, home ownership, and investments with the Be Well community. So tell us how you plan, or how can the Be Well community support you in your efforts to educate, and how are you planning on leveraging our Facebook community as well as the magazine? And also, we're looking at working on putting together a virtual summit. And I look forward to inviting you to be part of that. So tell me, in your way, how can we make sure that we're supporting you and getting the word out?
Look, Carmen, you're already so great, right? I make a post or a sale and you're like reposting it and you're like telling the people this information and you're sending people my way. I say that anybody that's an entrepreneur and they're looking to get out here, network with more people, invest in Be Well. Invest in the Be Well magazine. I say it because they're genuine people. Carmen, you're so genuine. And I know when you're making these posts, it's because like you really want people to be educated on things. So I
Yes.
plan on using that panel in order to educate people. And I want people to be able to have more than 47% of Black people owning homes. I want our community to be able to create wealth and to be able to use their money wisely. So
Yes.
when I get educated on something, I'm ready to pass that education down. And that's how I plan on using the Be Well platform.
Wow. Well, we are so excited to have you all of 2024 and probably beyond, because we
Yes, of
love
course.
working. We love working with you. So please let our listeners know, how can they get in contact with you?
So I just had my a website rebuilt, and it's www.duchessinvest. That's DUTCHESSINVESTS.com. You can also reach me at my phone number, which I've had for years, at 414-430-7722. And I have an email for you, and it's beatrice.johnson@cbrealty.com. And I would answer you back, whether it's email or whether it's phone, whichever way you get in contact with me. I'm pretty good with responding right away.
All righty. Well, yes, thank you so much again for joining us. So again, thank you all for joining us for another episode of Talk It Up Tuesday. And be looking for Beatrice Johnson, as she's going to be gracing the pages of Be Well magazine. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Carmen. I really appreciate it.
Okay, take care.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.